Hello there and welcome to today's second best of 5 series in the quarterfinals of the Master League Finals 2023. You're looking at the number 2 seed, that's right, number 2 seed, F3riG, the last guy to win a major tournament, somehow. Big underdog victory there. He's playing as the United States, he's playing with the thing that is by its nature, that is also its name. And I am with the glorious Momo for show. Who's in the north, Momo?
We have Mr. Theodosios, crime and partner to Mr. Thanatos. If you guys remember from CoH3, he is a well-respected player from both games. Very good dude. Had the pleasure of meeting him in Munich a couple years back, and he's here to prove himself.
He certainly is, and I have a bit of a spoiler for you, but I just want to tease you guys a little bit. He's very tired because the best of 5 with Alpern and Nico was absolute barn burner. I won't spoil it, but it was just big. It was very furious, and I'm a little bit tired. And I've seen the replay lengths coming out of these two players, and I'm scared, Momo. I'm very scared, because I've got a lot more casting work to do. This is my
That's why you got me here.
I need you. I need you. I absolutely need you. So what do you expect to see from Spec Ops here with F3riG in the south?
Probably a pretty standard build. He's probably going to go 3 rifles into infantry support center. They're just very strong. One thing to look out for is the Weasel is very strong due to many factors. It caps, has a 30 cal that's quite strong, and then you get 30 cals and mortars by spending munitions. So that gives a huge force multiplier to the U.S. forces, which is great at dealing with the MGs that Theo is building right now.
And just
so if the Weasel does survive long enough, you're going to see some weapon drops coming out of that thing.
And just to give you guys an intermediate tip from Relic here on their Twitter, if you install the drain plugs in the hull before floating, it does help the Weasel's operation. And that's written on the side of it, so that's quite nice. MG coming out from Theodosios. This guy is a traditional style Company of Heroes 2 player, and I will actually now show something I wish I'd shown a bit earlier. These are their trading cards. There's F3riG's profile. He's a very, very traditional kind of player, and I'm just giving him a bit of an advantage in defense, because I thought his defense in the games he's played so far in the Master League have been fantastic. So that's him, and he's up against the mighty Theodosios. There he is. There, Theo, a little bit lower ranked, and that is indeed his picture. And we've called him Little Loveness, because he's like the bargain shop Loveness there.
Budget Loveness?
Well, he credits Loveness as like his biggest inspiration, so, you know, it's a bit of a compliment there, I suppose. There's Theodosios' trading card. And what have we seen evolving in this game so far, Momo?
I think F3riG's building a second scout by mistake. I don't know if that's a thing he's been kind of cooking, or... Nah, that has to be a mistake. He queued up a second scout rifle. There's no way.
Dude, but his scouting potential is off the hook right now. You'll know if you're building a second...
It's probably going to die within 4 or 5 minutes.
Any extra expansions you're thinking of, he'll know where you're going. If he sees your Zerglings on the move, he'll find them. His scouting potential is off the hook, so... Probably playing a different RTS there, but oh well. MP40s from Breakthrough for Theo. Oh, well, there you go. What did this guy ran back and vaulted? Just showing off the new mechanics there. Well done to Bernard at the back. Running back.
Well played by Theo. It's the common thing you see from MP40 plays is they hug their first MP40 with another Gren so they can utilize merge there and force retreat from F3riG.
Yeah, the utilization of merges is really useful in a lot of scenarios. Luftwaffe is a big one for Fallschirmjägers, but even in Breakthrough, Momo's saying it's efficient. Just merging into MP40s, because they're your point guards, aren't they? They're the ones going into battle first.
Yeah, it's a nice little stopgap before you start getting MP40s on every other Gren that you have. 2 MGs now out for Theo. Quite a strong unit. The turret traverse on it is quite insane right now. So if F3riG does want to flank it, he needs to make sure he comes out of the arc. Otherwise, the squads are going to get suppressed.
Right, Rifle's jumping
Weasel
in
getting...
this house. I believe he's going to want to try and take the cutoff, but based on player... There is a flare as well. So he's really having a good look at this area, trying to spot this MG. Based on player feedback, White Flash has pulled back the cutoffs to make Crossroads more CoH3 friendly because of all the light vehicle play, etc. So it is a bit of a trek to get there. Let's see if he can do that now.
I mean, if he does get the scouts to vet 1, their concealment ability is quite strong. He's very good at scouting. I mean,
yeah, you'd hope so.
if he can get there, it's a little annoying to get those dudes vetted, and they disappear with a simple fart in the wind. But if he can manage it, it'll be beneficial. Bars are cooking right now for him too, for his 3 riflemen. ISC support center's out. You can see that there with the captain.
Yep.
Probably buying the munition surplus. Yep, there it is.
Nice I see what you're saying, Momo. He's playing USF in Co3, basically.
Basically, exactly.
So he did take the cutoff, and Theo split his forces, which is usually a Neddy no-no as Wehrmacht, and this is what happens to you. He does have the 2 MGs, though, so you can see why he did it. Let's see if he can keep some semblance of map control in the meantime.
You see F3riG using shot blockers with that scout. He saw the MG and he hid it behind the shrubs. Looks like he's running into it to bait it now. Might be going in for a flank. Can't quite tell.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
Kawzak in chat assumed upon Bors you get the 2-2-1 for Luftwaffe, but Theodosios has indeed gone for Panzer Grenadier Company, obviously the most powerful of the 2 Tier 2 buildings for Wehrmacht, but a lot more people have been going 2-2-1 recently, so I can understand Kawzak's disappointment.
You know, when a unit gets buffed, people want to mess around with it. I think that's really what it comes down to. But the 2-2-1 is more powerful in the mechanized doctrine, not so much breakthrough. See, yeah, what you were saying earlier about splitting up, you can see it's really hurt him here. He hasn't been able to defend any point, and he's gotten completely cut off.
Yep, just don't do it. Just like drugs, kids. Don't split up your Wehrmacht units before 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn it! Territory sector claimed by the enemy.
And it's difficult to kind of get that into your head sometimes, but Theodosios is a very good Wehrmacht player from Company Heroes 2, so you'd think maybe he could have done that, but perhaps it's the map. It's very difficult to get scrim partners, Momo, and this is a custom map, so maybe he's just fell afoul of that. Nobody's ever played on Crossroads before. It's brand new to the series, of course. I found what I was saying was completely stupid, so I had to try and pass it off as a joke there.
Yeah, I think everyone gets that, but you know, to be fair, it does play differently than KO2. It's not quite the same. I would definitely agree that USF is favored on this map, but it's not impossible to win as Wehrmacht. But you see F3riG here, he did drop a machine gun with his Weasel. That is quite strong at dealing with MP40s.
Good manpower economy, isn't it, as well, to get the support weapons rolling out with the Weasel.
Super efficient, super efficient.
I wonder if that means he's not going to get all the bars on his rifles as he otherwise could do.
Reports of enemy movement near our
He should eventually, otherwise buying the munition surplus would be kind of a waste. Even though it is kind of cheap. But maybe just put the emphasis on dropping the team weapons while he builds up some munitions again.
Faust threatening.
Gren's going for the Weasel, yep.
Yep. He's got the MP40 smoked out. The MG there. We do have a Panzer Grenadier flanking as well. Meanwhile, there's an engagement in the north where rifles force away this MG. Theo losing on the TAC map battle there. So F3riG just displaying a little bit better micro and reactions to force away that MG.
Yeah.
We've lost the
Maybe it might be the factor of those 2 scouts, you know, giving them that extra vision, knowing where his rifles need to go to avoid these MG42s. He only has 1 PG out, right? Yeah, 1 PG, 3 grands.
And that's exactly why Loveness used to use spotting scopes a lot as Wehrmacht. As a TAC map player, he saw that line of sight matters arguably slightly even more. Because on TAC map, you just see little peaks of icons, don't you? Do you know what I mean? It's like your capture network increases with the visuality of what you're seeing, and I know both players are kind of traditional KO2 control players in that sense.
True, you can see it in the way people play. You can tell the way they were
Standing by.
indoctrinated. They're a one or CoH2 player.
You either went to the Von Ivan and DevM school of just throw your units into your enemy's face and kill them, or you went to the Love Nest and Isilda school of no, take a step back and control the map and strangle them slowly to death in their sleep. And both are very valid methods of play.
True.
Let's check out the Weasel's kills. I will have to screw up the area. They have 5 kills right now. Not too bad.
A fuel point is being seized by the enemy.
I think that's up quite quick. Must have done a lot of damage versus overall kills. Captain's hit that one, so he's going to get access to that off-map barrage. Theo's building another PG. He's definitely feeling the pressure from these bars. He's getting close to being base locked, but not quite.
Oh my.
Ooh, commandos are out.
Yeah.
Look how much he's been floating. He just spent 440 manpower and he still has 360 left over.
What?
He's dropped a mortar as well with the Weasel, if you see that there. Just so efficient, this faction. Especially with this commander. Ugh, craziness. He just has so much more than Theo.
Yeah, he's played really well. I mean, he's got more kills than the Wehrmacht player. That's 18 to 14. That's usually indicative of playing well and getting into position.
One of our strategic points is under attack.
You know what's funny? I was playing the other day and F3riG was in the chat. He's like, "Wait, you can drop team weapons with the
No
Weasel?"
way! No way!
Yeah.
Surely he was
I was
joking.
like, I think he might have been joking, but I wasn't sure. Maybe we'll have to ask him later. But yeah, this commander got a serious buff with this patch. Commandos became near Terminators. Whizbang still kind of sucks, but Weasel's always been decent.
No, it doesn't. Whizbang does not suck. It doesn't suck.
It's quite mediocre.
Everybody in chat, if you're a Whizbang fan, please come to my aid. You know,
I'm a Whizbang fan, but you know you gotta acknowledge the truth sometimes. It's just not it.
It's glorious. It's
Enemy forces are converging on a
nice grenade assault there on the Browning.
Those commandos are right there to back him up. Weasel there as well. Did F3riG get healing on the Weasel, or did he get signal layer? I'm curious. Is there a way to tell?
Probably. Let's see if it shows on this. Does that help you out? No. There's no way to tell, Momo. We're blind. Again, the MG has been. I swear the MG has been running back to base more than they've been firing on Yankee's face. It's just not been going well for them.
Yeah, that's the product of utilizing attack move a bit more. You know, when you're outnumbered and you start attack moving MGs, they're just going to end up having to retreat after a bit of time because there's nothing really screening for them. So I don't know if that's exactly what happened there. That's something I've noticed being a trend when it comes to MGs just constantly retreating.
Yeah. Well, we've got some confirmation from Demare. He got healing. I don't know how Demare knows that, but he does. Well, there you go. He's repairing himself. Does that help? Is that what you're asking about? I don't know.
The Weasel already self-repairs itself. The healing would be for other squads, but maybe he noticed it when we weren't looking. But yeah, just curious because signal layer can be quite good, but that kind of depends on your opponent harassing quite a bit, so you can utilize it. MP40's here taking engagement. No port on them activated by F3riG, might be on cooldown. Closing into the MP40 is probably not what you want to do, but he does want to prevent the cap. Looks like he just wants to stop the cap as long as possible. Probably not really worth it there.
Blood for fuel, the American way. He's done it very well there.
Tank depot construction there.
There is indeed, yeah. That's gonna hurt. There's 80 fuel in the bag as well for F3riG. This M4A3 will be blapping with those high explosive rounds very shortly to a Theodosios near you.
He's building a 4th rifleman too. He probably could have built an engineer instead. That's one thing I've noticed from a lot of US players, including myself, is we kind of wait to get an engineer a little bit too late.
Yeah.
And it's not vetted. It takes forever to repair. So I think that's something US players can improve upon. But I mean, this game's going great for F3riG. He's not really felt super threatened, even though the VPs are kind of even. He's just, I mean, look at this army compared to Theodosios. He's building a 2nd pack, and he can't even deal with the riflemen yet.
I mean, big credit to Theo for looking into this thing at this point. This is the... What is that? The Captain Barrage, isn't
Yes,
it?
Captain Barrage, yep.
okay. Oh, thought I nearly had a OCF Finals moment there.
One of our munitions points is being neutralized.
If you know, you know. Right.
Yeah, if you know, you know. There we go. Sherman's in production. I would like to see a dozer, F3riG.
Yeah. Momo wants to see a
Dozer's
dozer.
actually pretty freaking good now. All jokes aside, but Sherman's a safer choice.
I heard that. It may have been F3riG, one of the players. Well, that scout squad's dead, by the way. One of the players I may have spoken to this morning to like clue me up on some of the finer details of meta may have been F3riG. He may have said the words dozer at some point or another. But I can't say that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I shouldn't say that. I was trying to say. But what do you think, Momo?
I think dozer's gonna be meta soon. You know, maybe not like it's built every game, but it's gonna be a serious option for US players when they need some anti-infantry power. It's tanky. It can mine sweep, and it does decent damage to infantry. You
know what else does decent damage to infantry? Like loads of squads on your retreat killing your Panzer Grenadier. That was a very big win for F3riG, and this is a very big loss for Theodosios. He wasn't able to get the Weasel. So 2 nice actions there for F3riG, and he's got the M4A3 out.
Yeah, that retreat path was brutal. He traded a PG for a scout squad. Not really worth it.
Not good.
Nate's teching the PG being replaced.
What the hell?
But I think once the F3riG gets out a second tank, he's just gonna make a play with his strafe that he has access to.
Right, if you're new to this series or you're just a casual viewer, I'll explain why F3riG's winning right now. It's all the small differences. It's the tactical nuance of his play. If you were to take this replay file and pause it, you can really begin to understand why he's so far ahead. It's not faction balance per se. It's F3riG being that damn good. He's got 43 kills to 27 right now. 43 to 27. And he's just been playing really well, unfortunately for Theo.
Yeah, F3riG is very well practiced. He proved himself in the last Master League, and now, you know, he's got that sophomore stress on him. You know, you got to make sure people know that it wasn't a fluke. You got to perform again. Oh my god, that's great. That was ridiculous. That was freaking ridiculous, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, dude. That was disgusting.
It was skill. That's the skill I was on about, Momo.
Yep, took lots of skill.
What a skill with those planes. That's why we call them skill planes. Well said, Donziak in chat.
You know what? I'd take those over loiters, but that doesn't mean it has to be that lethal.
That's like taking
ridiculous.
a screwdriver to the eye over a hammer to the head. It's, you know...
A victory point is under attack. We must
Yeah, that's just... Theo's just feels bad, man, right there. He doesn't really have an answer to... Is that a second commando squad? Can't tell. No, that's a mortar. It's a little blurry for me.
Sorry,
very good.
I'm sending these kilobits per second to you in California from England, so it's not... Some of them are a bit garbled at times. I'll speak to my internet service provider. Getting mines queued up back here, so F3riG is just... He's in a smooth operation right now.
Yeah, he's slowly creeping up to his base sector here. He's gonna keep... reset, what did they call it? Park. He's gonna park the bus right here.
Like Jose Mourinho, indeed. He's 1-0 up and he's parking the bus. Oh, I'd say it's 3-0 up, really.
Yeah, this is a bit better than 1-0.
Mourinho probably looks grumpier every time his team score an additional goal after 1-0. He's like, what the hell's going on? That's not what I want to see.
Quick question for you. Do you know the way they vetoed maps? Like, once you get these, do you know what maps we're going to be seeing?
They tend to do it in Steam because there's coin toss in Steam, sadly. I have them in Discord.
Right.
No, they have 5 maps to veto from. Basically, Crossroads would be the last remaining of the 5, so... I've seen a lot of Crossroads this tournament. Players seem to like it, despite what some people in chat might think.
Yeah, I think it's better now than it was, you know, at the start, so... credit to White Flash for being open to criticism and, you know, constructive feedback and making changes where people want to see them. But yeah, I think I'm just surprised that we got crossroads between these two players.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Would have thought maybe Twin Beaches or Tunis, but, you know, they have their reasons.
Yeah, they will. Negating their opponent's strategies as well. Here we go, MG versus MG, and the first one to fire, of course, will win that engagement, but the P47 will ruin the day regardless. Look, he got away! The game's balanced, it's fine, Momo.
He was quick on the retreat button that time. You know, you do get that damage reduction once you hit that retreat button, so that's really what let him get away there. There wasn't really any other extra damage coming in from anyone else. Pioneers are kind of in trouble, they're kind of squishy. But they're doing a little zigzagging, trying to avoid the Sherman shot.
By quicker on the retreat path, you mean he pressed retreat. That's infinitely quicker. Infinitely quicker.
Yeah. Instead of eating the first, I think the last one he ate the first strafe because it's two little passes from that ability. He ate the first one before retreating, and then the second one finished him off.
I just love Devon being the Co-1 fan he is. He's like, right, I'll just bring the strafe back from Co-1. Everybody will love me for it. I love it, but I'm not so sure some Wehrmacht players are loving it right now. Anyway, right, this Sherman's surely going to be joined by another soon. Just to hurry this game one along, because I'm sure Theo's going to get into this series one way or another. He always seems to outperform himself, but right now he's really up against it.
I wonder, does he have anything to back up these packs? He's moving them together there for the Sherman. He's got a Gren there. Is there an MG or anything? Because this could be bad, the way he's moving around the packs right now.
I did say he was a Co-1 kind of Co-2 style player. There's the double packs. However, one of them bounces off the side. How on earth?
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Sherman's a lot better now than in Co-2. Co-2 Sherman is very squishy.
Look at this
Pioneer.
cute Pioneer.
Yeah.
Go for the old victory point, I presume, but the long way
It's
around.
important, yeah. He needs to get a little bit more bleed if he's going to end up losing this game. It can be very relevant.
That Grenadier's so low and the rifleman is sprinting after you. What are you doing? Come back here!
Oh, he had another one on the other side of the shrub. He's going to pick that up, and he's going to flank the MG.
Oh, God!
Under attack. We must act.
That was epic from F3riG. I'm so...
That shrub just got him right there. They
People
were waiting. They were lurking.
Yeah. Shall we even honor this strafe with a pan down? Oh, I guess. I feel dirty.
That's Captain Brad.
Oh, like, yeah, okay. Yellow smoke and yellow smoke. Don't eat the yellow smoke. Fair enough.
M4A1
That's a new casting phrase, Momo. Don't eat yellow smoke. Beautiful. I'm saving that one in the back pocket.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Damn it! Someone get us out of here!
A yellow smoke, if we get a winter map, it'll turn the snow yellow too.
Oh, nice.
Our fuel point is being lost.
There's our first little P4 from Theo. It's got a lot of lifting to do. No AT gun from F3riG, but he does have a second Sherman now and the Commandos. So his P4 is going to be playing quite a bit behind.
And they've got bazookas in their back pockets, and they're not pleased to
He
see
just threw
you.
a throwing knife at the PGs. I don't know if you saw that. I think some people think that does a model kill no matter what, but it does a specific amount of damage, and those PGs
really?
have quite a bit of health. Yeah,
That's
I
a
learned
shame.
that the hard way. I threw it at a one model squad retreating, and it didn't kill it.
No way. It should be like Modern Warfare 2 with the throwing knife. And you should get epic kill montages of them.
Yeah, just play the General Shepherd thing when you kill a squad with it.
Yeah, exactly. How it should be. I'm going to write a letter to Relic Entertainment after this stream's finished.
Change.org.
There we go. Let's start a petition.
Where were they again?
Theo's spun the VP bleed back around, so he's buying some time. F3riG might be setting up for, you know, a GG push. Maybe waiting for like a Hellcat or something. Is he pop cap? Oh yeah, he's got 93 pop.
Oh.
You definitely can't fit I think you could fit an AT gun in that. I'm not sure if it's 8 or 7. for M1.
Did I give him the right profile? Let's just check. What seed is he? Number 2. Oh, that's our faces. Sorry, guys. Number 2. So I'm going to lower his offensive score. If he sits on pop cap for a while, guys, without attacking, he gets a lower defensive score based on his trading card. That's what's going to happen. So we want to see a big push from F3riG now. We want him to fight to be the world champion of Company of Heroes and push in and finish the job. Come on, Momo.
Yeah, there is a strafe. He's probably going to decrew this pack, yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Here it comes. There comes the rifleman. Double MGs, kind of close to each other. I don't know what arcs they're covering, but this is a problem. You can't recrew that pack. The Pioneer's pinned. The other one's pulling back to repair the Panzer IV.
Grenadier down. Yeah.
Sherman coming in. This looks like the GG push.
It could be. We've got double suppressed rifles. Shermans are trying to destroy the weapon of the Pack 40. Panzer IV's got a lot of work to do. Really got to push these units away to keep Theo in this game.
Oh, that P4 is parked right next to the rifleman. Did he already use his... Oh, he blew up the pack, but I don't think he used his grenade yet. Oh, he's retreating. P4 is almost down. Sherman went down.
Yes, Sherman went down there. I wonder what killed it.
Sherman for a Grenadier and a pack. Not terrible.
How on earth did the Sherman die, Momo? Have we got any intel on that? Any idea?
It just sat there and got wailed on by the pack, the second pack behind the P4.
Oh, I see. Just out of vision, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if he hit a mine too. I wasn't looking at that.
Faust Gibber says Faust. I did see a Grenadier go all the way around the side there. Interesting.
Yeah, that's not a good. That wasn't a good push from F3riG. He didn't come out completely neg. You know, he did get a Gren. And actually, no, he didn't get the Gren. The Gren got away.
Yeah.
He still has 3 Grens. He did blow up a pack. That is a good blow. But
we're gonna need more coffee. We're gonna need more coffee because this is my 6th game of the day, and it's very early in California. So between us, we're gonna drink a lot of coffee to get up with these plays because, yeah, that looks really good for F3riG until all of a sudden we actually looked at the small prints, and it's a good idea to look at the small print, folks. Theodosios actually had a good trade there somehow.
See, the only thing though is F3riG can afford some minor bad trades. See right there, he was able to scam some more VPs off Theo. P4 is going in, Theo's feeling the pressure, and also found an opportunity to deal with this annoying ass weasel that's alive 27 minutes into the game. There we go, it's dead.
Pioneer's about to go down. Yeah, Pioneer's about to die indeed. There we go. Meanwhile, we've got this rifleman flanking all the way around the side. He wants to finish the victory point situation off, but the double MG pack scenario from Theo is just giving him a spine to keep fighting.
Here comes the Hellcat. Wants to greet the P4, but Theo's maybe heard it in the fog, saw it run over something. He pulled back. He's got the pack behind it to protect it. MP40 Grens moving into the VP to stop this capture. But he is taking the top VPA. Look at that. I think the MG42 is attack moving over to deal with that, but he might get the cap in. He does get the cap in, so the bleed is coming back online for Theodosios. He's lost middle.
And I feel he accidentally clicked the plus 16 munitions. He needs this victory point down here. This game is so fast-paced that Theo couldn't even think where the victory point was there.
Ambush.
Well, talking of ambush, there's some bazookas around the side here, Momo. Attack round through the bush.
Theo, they don't have any snares.
Grenadiers nearly die. He's going to go back to the LMG.
So close. MG is setting up. F3riG could get a whiz bang right now.
He could. This could be the whiz bang to rule them all. Come on. Proof. A, you're right. He really wants it. 80 fuel, 380 manpower. Let's go.
Nice decap there on the south. Sherman is moving to prevent the capture, but it will be a little bit too late. Rifleman there to clean it back up. Top is taken by Theo. So
yeah! Go Theo.
Good moves there. 52 VPs left, though, and we know it's going to drain quite quickly in this game. He's got to get ready to get back on the field. P4 getting some repairs. Second engineer being built by F3riG, along with the Hellcat in production.
Yep.
Which it looks like his pop has come down quite a bit. Are there a bunch of
losing units will do that for you. Yeah, exactly. Captains are still alive.
He lost one rifle, I think. One rifle went down. I can't
He is
tell.
getting manpower as well from the field infirmary as well. Mortar's doing work this game. Just oh, there it is. It's the airburst,
Airburst
shells.
barrage.
Yeah, since the delayed fuses got nerfed.
The sector's
So
been
maneuver
overrun.
to that.
It's theirs now.
Right, double Hellcat,
Hellcat.
Momo. How's his munitions looking? He's only got 82 now, so his strafes aren't as frequent anymore. He's gonna have to do this
I
the
think it's
hard way.
100 for it, so he's almost there. Is that a command P4? It is a command P4 for Theo.
Nice. No Tiger. He's gone for the
Right
left
away.
side.
Oof. He just ran right into that rifleman. He's gonna lose that command P4.
Oh,
Got engine damage. The pack is there, but there's commandos able to start plinking away at it.
yeah, here they come. They've got a bazooka in their pocket. They're going to whip it out and hit that tank with a rocket. Let's see what happens next. Oh, here we go. Double hit, but somehow it stays alive.
The Hellcats are gonna clean everything up here. That's the GG push that he was looking for. He's got the nice little shot blockers there for the pack, and that command P4 is gonna go down. Hellcats are gonna zoom away. Yep, there's the GG from Theo. Well played.
Command points available.
Well played indeed. Hellcats finish the game. Theo taps out 1-0 to F3riG. hello.
Veteran crews have
You're watching the German player Theodosios playing as the United States Forces versus the Hungarian player F3riG playing as the Wehrmacht. This is Company Heroes 3. This is the Master League's first season for this new game. And it's the finals. Not the finals of a tournament. It's the tournament called the finals. That's confusing, isn't it, Momo? Momo?
Yeah, getting a little bit of explanation on each video, probably.
Do you know what it secretly was? I was like, how can I get more algorithm potential on YouTube? I'll call every game of the tournament the finals. I thought this 3 years ago when I did the Master League's first season, and then I thought afterwards that was the stupidest idea ever because nobody thinks every game is the finals. Oh well.
I mean, it's fine, right? Don't they say it's the World Cup finals, even though it's the beginning of the tournament because everyone made it to the final end of it.
True.
You see, F3riG already locked in Luftwaffe. He's dropped in Luftpios.
Yeah.
This is for his first doctrine as Wehrmacht.
We'll see if he's going to go for a Panzer IV rush here, because it is possible to go for a fuelless kind of build with the LG40s, etc., and the Panzerschrecks on some Jaegers, maybe. No, that you don't go for that, sorry. How on earth do you get all the way to Panzer IV? You have to use the LG40s, I guess.
You use LG40s, Fallschirmjägers with Grens and MGs. If you really have a good early game. It's pretty much the formula. If you have a really good early game as Wehrmacht, you can tech skip. But I think most people are doing that now because MP40s aren't as strong as they used to be. But who knows? Look at this Jeep. He did lock in Armor Company, so I would argue the best doctrine that USF has available right now. Got this Vet 1 Jeep, which is performing quite strongly after the last patch.
Very strongly. Look at the
up.
range on that machine gun. I think Theo just did something very nice, by the way. He turned his Jeep away. If he kept reversing, the bug would have initiated. He would have carried on firing. So, good guy, Theo. Let's just say he did it deliberately.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably just a pathing thing.
No, he's a beautiful...
Self-repairing.
He's a king amongst men, Momo. Brand new to Crossroads, by the way. You can actually cut this munitions off now. That's new. Well done.
Very good, very good. Pioneer's going for the cutoff, but they're going to get forced off immediately. There's no way. Jeep self-repaired there on the top left munitions.
Lovely.
Nice little usage there.
This is a game with Nerf guns at the moment. Nobody's died. The first fatality looked likely to be a Pioneer, but he gets within the garrison. And we all know in CoH3 garrisons equal life.
Yeah, they're quite strong, especially if they give you height advantage.
More often than not they do.
MG there going to plink away at the rifleman. Will eventually force him off unless Theo chooses to move away between bursts. Looks like he's going to park it. No snares yet for F3riG, so the only thing he can do is brute force his Jeep away.
He's doing a good job of it, though. He's got the Falchion Pioneers, which paradoxically are pretty decent mid-range. So used to every working unit being only good close range, but oh well.
True.
Few strange inverted profiles relative to the previous games in CoH3. A lot to learn in this new series, and the players are still finding the best ways to play. I know there's been patches, but there's stuff that wasn't even patched that is being uncovered, and it's really It's really good we get the tournaments moment. You see it kind of in auto match a lot, but the tournaments really bring out all the secret, messy stuff, don't they?
Yeah, these people, some of them are scrimming and finding out strats with their minions. They don't want it to get out. It's talking about sleeper units and, strategies, and then, we get to copy them after the tournament and try them out ourselves.
Yeah, and break the game. It's all good. And then Relic have to fix it again. So let's look at F3riG.
The cycle of life continues.
So Fallschirmjägers should be reasonably soon, in the next 2 minutes, I believe, something like that. He can drop the first one, maybe.
Yeah, he's getting there. It looks like he's teching. I don't know what building he's...
That's called garrisonable structure, I think. I don't know why it is.
Oh.
I think it means he's going to go in a building, and then it pops up on this UI that we've got.
I didn't know that.
Relic said we might get replays by fall, I believe. So I'm just really interested to see what UI we end up with. Because this Cuban guy, this modder, he's a community modder that used to work for Relic. I want to know if he made this after, or this is like elements he knew secretly existed already? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll only find out in time, right? They committed to fall, right? It was kind of like we're gonna have it by fall. I mean,
Right.
they can do whatever they like. They can say, well, unfortunately, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember them saying something about fall. I can't remember the specifics anymore. This Jeep is pretty lucky to survive. It's dead.
Oh man, that's a big loss. You can't lose a Jeep that early. I think based on the way Theo was playing, he's gonna lose it soon anyway. There wasn't really anything screening the Jeep from the right, and he's just sitting there and eating the MG shots. I mean, I see what he was doing. He was trying to hold on so that the rifleman could come and flank it. You notice he used the captain's sprint ability on that rifleman too. He's got bars cooking and munition surplus. Yep, there they go. They're about to proc. He's got 4 riflemen on the field. And look at the map is blue right now.
And this captain is dead.
Okay then.
Dude, I'm not buying your Theodosios winning pamphlet yet. You know, you're trying to convert me to the Church of Theodosios. I'm interested, but I don't want to be baptized in this new religion. I'm still on the F3riG bandwagon, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, let's just reference your player cards. What's the overall scores you have for each player?
F3riG.
Every
that's
player
our
card
faces.
tells a story.
F3riG, I gave him 8.2. Don't know why. He's kind of C2, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, parking the captain there isn't really. I didn't
He's
see
saying
any
we need
value
to
there.
nerf his card, right? He's 7.2. You're saying like 6.1 or something. I see.
Whoa, I didn't say that. He's my friend. Okay, we don't talk. We don't say that.
You just wanted to nerf your friend's trading card. That's brutal.
was
Friendship
just
with
talking
Momo
about
has ended.
No. I was talking about the difference between them currently. What is it, like 1 point something? I mean, I would say that's
It's
pretty
1.
sizable based on your metric.
Yeah, there's not much. I
Yeah,
don't like to
that's-
offend the players, so I like move them by 0.1 relative to each other. When I first
Right,
did it, I
that's
had
your
some
job.
very angry messages from Nagano. He was like, "How can Kimbo be higher than me?" I was like, what?
Oh man. Just to make him mad, so he'll play. Well done, AE. Well done.
"Oh god."
Yeah, I mean, he lost a Jeep, a captain. You can't afford to lose stuff that early versus Wehrmacht because you have the advantage. But now he's dropped his first Fallschirmjäger. Those things are beasts, no matter what Dumais says. Let's see. He's got mines building. He selected the Scott. You see, that Scott is so strong.
Yeah,
Just
the
needs
Scott's
a bit more
ridiculous.
resources.
He's going to become Dr. Scottenheimer, the
it
destroyer
is.
of worlds, very soon. 45 fuel, 280 manpower. And yeah, Demers from the Co-1 community. We don't listen to these kind of people. No.
Yeah. Dumais a good guy. He's a good guy. Still owes me some emotes. Scott is deployed. No engineers, so if it does take damage, and it does take quite a bit of damage from Faust, he will not be able to repair it quite yet. He does not have access to self-repair. But, you know, first thing he's going to do is walk up to these MGs and use white phosphorus.
Yeah!
Because it is broken.
War
Look at
crimes!
that. It's disgusting.
Only in the modern world. No, you can use it to smoke to conceal yourself. But by dropping it on your enemy's head, you can say you were concealing yourself from your enemy's head. It's kind of how the American doctrine works. It's not a war crime. but it's fine.
Legalese.
Exactly. it's minor details. It's fine.
It's just an accounting error.
You sound like
There we
me
go, there's the
talking to
engine here.
auditors. That's the kind of thing I say.
He needs a pack. Okay, wait. He dropped the LG40. I didn't notice. So he does have that available. That is going to be quite nice at dealing with it. And if it ever gets into any trouble, you can just press the retreat button.
He really doesn't want to help push it. It looks like something from the medieval era, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why is it so
Some
fast?
experimental cannon.
Why is it
He
so
retreated
fast,
it.
Momo? He's not... Huh? Oh, it's retreating. Yeah, there's the icon.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
retreating.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
I couldn't
He
see the
noticed that he
icon for a
came out
while.
with 2 models.
Not a good start for the Hungarian there. He needs to realize that Theo wants to win this. Theo's in for the win. He may have had a few dodgy moments, let's say, Momo, but he's a solid player overall. And
Yeah,
look at the map, as you said, Momo. Look at the map. It's mostly blue.
Yeah, I mean, losing the captain and jeep is obviously not good, but he didn't lose any riflemen, and he's got 4 of them, and they're gonna have double bars.
Enemy movement.
So, and F3riG only has 1 Fallschirmjäger, so he's really gonna depend on his MG42s to win him engagements right now. The Scott, wait, what is that there? He's putting mines down, and he's building, I don't know what that is. Is that mortar pool?
That's the motor pool, yep.
Okay, so
Mines
I
planted on the
wonder
road there,
why.
north of the cutoff. Motor pool, I know... Oh, do I know the answer to this? I have to... Trying to think, I was in my conversations with players from this morning.
Reports of
It's got to be for the... I don't know why it would be, actually. It makes no sense, does it?
Right. So, I was kind of saying, why is he doing this? Kind of like, we know that he's playing for Easy 8 Collins, right? He has access to them, but
Oh, sure,
when
sure.
you're that far ahead, right? Like, you need to put some more pressure down. You can't wait another 5 CPs. So motor pool. Only thing I really see him building there right now is an AT gun. Building the Chaffee would be kind of dumb, to be honest.
Well, you've got to consider, from his position, he doesn't know how far he's ahead in terms of fuel. We've got no signs of a Panzer IV imminently from F3riG. I mean, he does have 144 fuel, admittedly, but that still leaves him a few minutes away. I just think it's a kind of overly defensive, negative move from Theodosios.
Yeah, he's putting a little bit too much respect on F3riG's resource control this game, and yeah, he's just a little bit scared of losing this lead, so he wants to put that down and maybe deploy an AT gun just to have. I did see him plant some mines earlier, but he only has 1 Pioneer to F3riG's 2, so he's able to outmine him. Tank depot is going up for F3riG as well. More mines coming down. He's slowly pushing him back. I don't know. Theo's just kind of relinquishing control of it right now.
So, just checking, like, the profile of Theo, we put him, his offense is, like, really low relative to his defense, and I think that's, again, his old habits coming back home to roost, because this is what I've seen him do in the past Master League games in Company of Heroes 2. He just doesn't pull the trigger, Momo. He had a decisive lead from that, in my opinion, especially in terms of map control, not in terms of squads lost, for sure, and he's really not put his foot on the gas, has he?
Yeah, I mean, there's things you can look at to tell the power of the Luftwaffe player, right? How many planes have come back around? So there's a period of time where there's just 1 plane deployed following the Fallschirmjäger, so that's 1 Fallschirmjäger squad.
Yeah.
So you can kind of gauge how much power that the Wehrmacht player has based on the amount of planes flying through the map.
Yeah.
So look at here, he's using Grens and Falls together, as you should, just backing them up and using the very strong merge ability that they have access to, and wins the engagement.
Kind of ate
And now
the
those
nade.
falls are vet 1, so they can self-heal. Feels good, man.
Oh, this Scott says yeehaw. Perfect. Currently has only 1 kill, surprisingly. A lot of health damage, no doubt, though.
Yeah, a lot of health damage. It did come out straight away vet 1, so...
Oh, of course, yeah. My bad.
Yeah. Let's see, engineers got out of there early. Can't really afford to lose that thing. So lots of mines on the field.
Yeah, it's becoming a very attritional battle now. It was quite free-flowing and fluid in the start of the game, but we're starting to see that old Crossroads south-north dynamic beginning to emerge.
Another plane flying overhead for F3riG. That might have been another LG-40. I'm not sure.
Soon to see.
I think he may have dropped one in the base.
Should see something dropping from...
Yeah, there it is. You see the icon in F3riG's base. He dropped another LG-40.
Okay, there we go.
He's getting close to a P4. He's floating. He's got 630 manpower. What is that, 75 fuel?
I'm not sure about that, dude. I just feel a bit disheartened. There it is. Yeah, you're right. I just feel a bit disheartened for Theo. Like, why on earth did he go motor pool? He's got the AT gun. It's doing nothing. I mean, there is a Panzer IV coming, but like, surely he should have been pushing, and like maybe going grenades, being like smoking his opponent out, and try to take this cut off, for example, and deny this fuel. And oh man, it's one of those.
He
things.
probably could have got another Scott. Honestly, is what I would have done.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
how much
'cause-
fuel's... That's 45, but he's going easy 8, isn't he?
Exactly. He's playing to Colin, so if he wants to play it that way and not go tank depot, as I was saying earlier, then you just commit to another Scott, I would say. You know that there's no 8-rat call-in for FthririG. There is no vehicle call-in for FthririG.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is strangle his economy and make sure that the P4 doesn't come out fast enough to where your Easy 8 is way far behind.
And there's
I don't know if he's
another,
gotten
there's
the
another
ISC
element
upgrades.
we're missing. There's another element we're missing as well, Momo, with regards to what Theo kind of doesn't do right here with this strategy in going for the Easy 8. Can you guess where I'm going to go with this? And can anybody in chat guess the thing Theo's not getting by not being aggressive as he could be? It's
CPs.
Exactly. It's experience and CPs. He wants to get to 7, and he can't because he's not been killing people enough. So yeah, he's kind of let FthririG back, and the Panzer IV is going to be on the field. And it's just extended the game.
And yeah, one AT gun is not going to be able to deal with the P4, and he's going to have 2 LG40s backing him up, so he's already going to be behind in that factor. It's up to 4 CPs. Fallschirmjäger utilizing their ambush there and defeated the rifleman. This Fallschirmjäger, okay, there we go. He got out of there. That was a little bit sketchy.
There we go. We've got the MG facing north, keeping these scouts off their back, but they use the smoke to keep the attack ongoing. Got Fallschirmjäger's healing in the field of combat there, using the Vet 1.
Can you tell what ISC upgrades Theo has bought?
Yes,
Do we
I
know if
can,
he's
sorry,
bought Advanced logistics.
Yeah, I did interrupt you earlier. He's got munition surplus, of course, and that's it, actually. Just those. That
Oh
one.
no.
Yep.
So that motor pool right there could have been advanced logistics, and he would have been saving on a lot of manpower, as FthririG will undoubtedly, once he gets the CPs, he's going to have manpower reduction.
Ah, he's
Oh,
just getting survival training, actually. There we go. So, be harder to kill, I guess, or something.
I'm not sure the way it's described on this UI. That could be the HP buff, but that would probably be...
Yeah, it's the HP buff. That's it. Yep. It's the 20. Is it
Okay.
20 HP or 10? It's
10 health
10 per
per
model. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's a Panzer IV coming out to the field. LG40's nearby to support. 1 AT gun for Theo, but he is spamming mines. Looks like he has 2 queued up. There we go. AT gun that's done nothing for 5-6 minutes is now able to perform its job.
Sorry, this is the AT gun as well, don't forget. So this is not just the AT gun. The AT gun also is a huge building in base. It's just... like, oh no, and here comes the Panzer IV. It has been hit on the side.
Gonna die.
I tell you what. One more shot here.
No way.
One more shot here. The AT gun's tracking. He gets it!
Oh my...
We are eating...
dude.
You know, humble pie right now. We were having modesty soup, and Theodosios was right gravy, because what the hell?
I mean, I don't understand what just happened. Did the P4 miss like twice, or... I mean, you didn't hit the mine. Ah, that was so lucky for Theo. That was so lucky. He was engine damaged.
No, this is Theo's world, and we're all just living in it. He could have won the game based on his massive amount of map control and 4 barred rifles in the early game, but no, he wanted to make us suffer through attritional crossroads battle, and that's what we're seeing. And this is what he likes. So you know, it's his game. Let's just watch him play it.
You know what they say? It's better to be lucky. That's one of the golden rules of Co. Better to be lucky.
I suppose.
Is that a 5th rifleman out for Theo? I think it is.
What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is indeed. 5 rifles.
5 rifles. He's almost at 7 CPs for the Easy 8. He's got the ISC upgrades. He is going to get that Easy 8 out before FthririG can get a replacement P4, which is terrible for him. You need 2 P4s to deal with an Easy 8, realistically. He does have the LG40s, but you know, those are going to bounce a lot of the time at max range. Yeah, that was amazing for Theo. So if he doesn't win this game, that's just horrific for him.
He might
Like, he has
do
to
that
win
now.
this game
I mean,
now.
let's think about it. He's actually been killing stuff, so he's going to have the Easy 8 very shortly. He's chaining mines. He's got 3 daisy chained in a queue order across the map there. Grenade.
I wonder if he queued that up a while ago and he didn't cancel it outright because the engineers had to go repair or something. So he just could be down 90 munitions right now.
Maybe.
LG-40s are trying to blow up that garrison. How much HP does it have?
Lots.
Okay, he's got a bit of time.
Yeah, he's got loads. Got 4 points currently being capped for F3riG. We've got 3 of them are munitions. One of them is the South victory point, but F3riG showing really good control aspects of his play there.
Yeah, these Fallschirmjägers with Grens are quite annoying to deal with. Anytime you knock a model off, it just gets instantly replaced. At full health at that.
Krieg engaged as F3riG pushes through the center. And Theodosios does not like the sight of it. He's forced back to base. Where's this?
He's playing that quite smart. Like, he disengaged before the falls, lost another model, and they're at that 1. So look at them. They're already healing back up. And camoing again. Look at that, how quickly they camo. Look at that. He's going to come out. Okay, disengage. But you could see the potential there.
What's their ambush bonus when they come out of ambush? Is it pretty ridiculous in CoH3? Yeah.
I think it's 20 or 25% accuracy and damage for that period of time. You see the little, like, ability cooldown bar.
Wowza. And here it is. Easy game, easy life. It's the Easy 8. Not quite as great versus infantry as it once was, but it's still probably the best call in the game by a significant margin. Most likely.
Yeah, it's far more usable than, you know, Black Prince.
We don't talk about the Black Prince. It doesn't exist. Never existed, so it doesn't exist.
We have 300 points. Confirmed.
Don't worry, the engine noises are in the fog of war. That's why we can't hear them properly. For those of you
Look
that
how much manpower F3riG has. What the heck, dude?
Wow.
800.
46 fuel, 800 manpower is 85 pop cap, so he's probably saving room for another tank, I imagine.
You could fit in a Stoßtruppen in there too.
Yeah, maybe.
Another Fallschirmjäger.
With 15, how much is a Panzer IV?
Oh, you're right. 85 pop cap. I'm not sure. It's actually like 12 or 13 pop cap for a P4.
Yeah, he's just waiting for another tank, isn't he? He's just going to have to do
Yeah.
it. Well, F3riG has had a positive KD in both games. He's at 59 right now, which half explains the manpower attritional power of the man. But I think Momo pointed it out best when he showed the Fallschirmjägers peeling away before even incurring 1 model drop. And, yeah. You know, I've been around in the community for long enough to remember when players starting to take care of individual models for the manpower economy first came into our scene. As we've got a huge loiter emerging here. Or is that just the
Oh, and it
strength?
targeted the Scott instead of the Easy A, as I'm sure that's what F3riG was hoping it would do. AT gun pushing back the P4. Even with the loitering
Oh,
placer.
he's got him on the follow-up. There we go.
They bunched up perfectly there for that strafe. They need
Oh,
to
they're
separate
coming round.
quickly.
They're coming round. They're coming round. They're going for the Scott. Remember that Scott?
It's gonna die.
It's dead now.
Look how far away he is from the loiter. Look at that AoE right there.
Skill.
By the house in the southern cutoff. I mean, that's ridiculous, dude.
It's skill.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
No, it's skill.
Luckily for Theo, he does not have the pintle on his easy. Oh no, he does now. Never mind. So now he's gonna get retargeted most likely.
Do you want to tell you something else that's hilarious? I dared tell you. I dared say, Momo. Do you want me to say or not? It might ruin CoH3 for you. Do you want me to say? It's just.
I already know what you're gonna say. They don't do anything.
They don't do any damage.
It's just an aesthetic. It doesn't do anything to the plane.
Pencil mounts don't do
Not like
anything.
it matters
to the
though, because A doesn't shoot anything down right now.
Yeah, but the pencil mounts literally don't do any damage to the planes. They're just for aesthetics. So they give away your position.
Yep. That's why when I play versus DAC or Luftwaffe, you know, DAC armored support, I don't even buy the pintle on my Easy 8 or whatever, because they're just gonna let it get retargeted and die.
But also 31 in chat says, is it worth buying for the multiplayer if you already have CoH2? Me and Momo actually really like CoH3. We just also like, you know, taking the piss out of things where we can. So, but yeah, it's a really good game. I'd get it. It's a little bit better than it was at launch already. It'll probably get better by 2024. But I like it. Especially if you play 1v1. Team games are kind of a bit crappy, but... Oh well. Scouts go down, apparently.
Scouts
F3riG's
going down.
Yeah.
LG40's creeping up. You saw there, they just bounced. And the Vet 1 are assault engineers with their... Oh.
They just bounced
He's
2
pushing up with
shots,
the
I
P4.
believe, at the end. They bounced 3 in total. This Easy 8's frontal armor is... I don't know what it's made of.
It's quite strong. I don't know if you can tell with the UI if you hover over the armor. I don't think you can in the replay, but
Yeah, I can.
it's got quite good armor.
I think so. Anyway, let me try custom squad U. No, not on this version, sadly.
Yeah, the LG40 has a lot of trouble penning high armor tanks.
Oh.
You know, especially stuff like the Matilda or the Churchill. It's gonna sit there plinking away. So it is good at dealing with stuff like a Sherman and a Hellcat and, you know, lighter vehicles, but after a certain point, you know, it's gonna start falling off in efficiency. But either way, I mean, F3riG, considering all things considered, you know, he's pushed Theodosios pretty much off the map, and he's got 1,000 manpower. So any losses he takes are gonna be instantly replaced as far as squads go.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why he's playing a little bit more lackadaisically with the lives of his men, as they just got blapped by the Easy 8 there. He's got more squads with Faust coming in from the side. Oh dear.
Look at that HE. He's using the HE ability there over White Phosphorus. It's good at dealing with infantry. But yeah, I mean, he's nearly 30 pop cap behind F3riG right now. So he's gonna bank up for another Easy 8. I mean, we already know what he's gonna do here.
Yeah.
He's getting very close to it.
You click the button, Momo, with your left mouse button, and then you click on the map with your right mouse button. And that's how you play Co 2 and Co 3.
The army value spikes up to the roof.
It's amazing. But that was actually brought to you by Relic Entertainment's top tips on their Twitter account of how to use the Easy 8 calling. So there you go.
There you go. Just, you know, making sure everyone's on top of their game. Some tips with AE. 1,000 man. You know, I never thought we'd see this in a Master League game. F3riG literally has 1,000 manpower, and he can't buy anything.
Well, he just needs
He
to
can buy
push.
caches, but
Get aggressive. Go crazy.
I think Theo's real course of action here is obviously the second Easy 8, and he needs to somehow bait the loiter, and he needs to make a play while the loiter is on cooldown. Because at this point, it's already back as far as the cooldown goes.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know if F3riG has munitions or not.
Spoiler
but
alert,
needs to
soon
kinda
he will.
size him out.
Yeah, he's got 170 at the moment, and it's climbing rapidly with plus 34 income. Yeah, we do have the second Easy 8 on its way.
We have a surplus of command points.
He just needs to be very careful with this Easy 8. He's getting lucky with the LG40s. He's trying to decrew it. AT gun following up here to give it a little bit of support. Trying to prevent a second P4 from coming in.
Oh, that's a big shot.
Nice
from
shot
Easy 8.
there.
Yeah, exactly. And here comes
There's a
the
loiter.
planes. Here they
Second
come.
Easy 8 isn't close enough
What?
yet to support. This might be real big trouble for Theo.
Let's get some skill.
Our strategic points is
Let's get some planes.
Oh no, this AT gun's gonna get cornered. Shoemaker pulling back. Easy 8. Where's the loiter shooting at?
supply.
I don't know, actually.
Oh, this AT gun's gonna die. That's a big loss for
It is.
Theo. He can't afford to lose it right now. He's got no manpower.
Oh, Theo, come on, son.
We have vehicles ready
He
to
just
be
wants...
dispatched.
I don't know what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I
Sacrifice to
think
the
he's
gods.
just panicking right now.
We have 100
Well, he has this Easy 8 doing some stuff in the east. Wow, he's doing a good job on the Grenadiers.
This Easy 8, I mean, I get it. There's a loiter on the field right now, but this Easy 8 needs to move over to the other side. Move it to middle at least. Because he's down under 100 VPs right now.
Double-digit figure land. That's not where you want to be in a CoH game. Psychologically,
Yeah.
it's really troubling.
F3riG's just buying every upgrade in his tech buildings because he can't buy anything else. He's buying the tier 4 veterancy right now.
Oh my god. He even got the skirts on his Panzer IVs. You know you're having a good game as Wehrmacht when you see these things, the shirts and...
There we go.
Oh, engine damage. I think he
Easy
rolled
8's
over a
coming
mine
up.
there. He rolled over a mine. The Easy 8's in position. Where's the follow-up?
Fallschirmjäger with the Faust coming in. Yep, there it is. LG40 trying to deal with the other Easy 8, but it's not going to be able to force it away, so you can actually get quite aggressive with this, assuming he doesn't hit a mine.
Yep, he might kill the F3MG. That's what he wants, Theo. He gets the wipe there. What's going on in the west? In the meanwhile, both tanks surviving. Theo with a nice pickup, but here comes F3riG to try and finish the game off on the victory punch. This will be a triple cap.
Now under enemy control.
Yeah, look how rough it is. He's got 5 riflemen, and he can't hold a VP right now. It just goes to show you how strong MGs and Fallschirmjägers are.
Yeah. Just goes to show you how strong F3riG is as well.
Yeah, he's using his doctrine quite well. Camoing his falls every chance he gets. Pulling back his MGs once they win an engagement. So Theodosios has to kind of guess where they are now for the next engagement. CZA has no choice but to just park it on that VP and force away some squads.
Yeah, and they're
He's
doing a
gonna
good work
bleed
on the
out.
Fallschirms. That could be a dead Fallschirmjäger there. It's pouring it on him, but the riflemen have to keep moving because they need the victory point. So he couldn't even get the squad wipe because he's that desperate right now. Meanwhile, Rifle's desperate in the center, and they're doing what desperate people do in wartime situations. Unfortunately, they die.
Yeah, it's looking like a wrap for Theo here. F3riG's going to close it out. He's got way too little VPs, and he only has 1 squad on the southern VP, and it's not going to be enough. Yeah, he calls it quits there.
Yeah, so planes go zoom, and they go brrr. That's
Yeah. I think F3riG used the planes quite well there. They were... The first one was used to kind of make a push, but Theo was able to prevent it from kind of routing him. But the second one was kind of like, hold on what you're doing, Theo. I'm going to keep bleeding you some VPs. Here's a plane to keep you away.
yeah.
And he played it well. Fallschirmjäger, I mean, any unit that can camo is going to be really good at holding VPs. And yeah, I mean, Theo, you didn't really lose much past the intro with the captain and the Jeep, but, you know, he wasn't able to hold any of the VPs after a certain point, even with Easy 8s. So well played to F3riG.
I just think everything we said in the cast was valid when we were criticizing Theo's kind of recoiling from his aggressive start and planting loads of mines, getting an AT gun. Yeah, the AT gun made us look stupid for a second, but overall, there was a window of opportunity, and it was a wide open window, and there was a warm apple pie on the side, and pretty much 90% of us, not that we're as good as these players, don't get me wrong, Momo's nearly as good as these players, but most of us aren't. But even we could see that it was like kind of an opportunity there, and he just didn't take it, sadly. He kind of regressed and got a bit defensive and let F3riG back into the game. F3riG's up 2-0 now.
Yeah, you know, to be fair to Theo, you know, we do have the ability to see everything on the map. He doesn't have that luxury. So, you know, he was definitely risk averse there. Maybe he felt like he was playing from behind, you know, maybe he, you know, the psychology of it is, oh, F3riG's better than me. You know, I need to make sure I don't make a certain mistake, even though that may cost you opportunities, which we saw. I mean, he got gifted a Panzer IV. I mean, RNG went his way there. F3riG got a little bit greedy. You know, it was like a mixture of both things, and he got the Panzer IV. That was huge.
Yeah,
But he wasn't really able to take advantage of it. You know, the level of respect that Theo had for F3riG kind of backfired on him there. He was way too cautious. I mean, 5 riflemen with double bars is a beast. You know, I don't know what was going through his head there. Yeah, I mean, you saw how early the M1 was. So, yeah, well played by F3riG. You know, he dug in and he was able to hold things. Because Crossroads can be rough as Axis.
It can
But
be.
he showed that it's not impossible to win.
No. Well, I mean, Kawzak and Momo are defending Theodosios a little bit with regards to not taking advantage. Momo, your reason was with regards to, obviously, we can see through the fog of war and he can't. Kawzak, you're saying committing to double Scott is hard if you're unsure of the fuel situation. Guys, I get you, and I understand what you're saying. And I don't want to make this about Co-1 mentality versus Co-2, because I'll just say this to caveat it. Co-2 ended up being a way better competitive RTS than Co-1. So all the people that like rant about Co-1 being better, it's not true. Co-2 ended up being better. But Co-1 had certain aspects to it that people missed, which was the aggressiveness and the idea that if you've cut your opponent off from fuel, that's it. They have no fuel. And then with the Co-2 aspect, with the strategic points, I think players got too used to the idea of the fear that your opponent's probably got a bit of fuel. And it felt to me like Theo should have really understood the fuel economy a bit better. I don't know. That's just me thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, not saying that, Dane. I'm just saying it's like, surely he should have this feel for like his opponent's barely got any fuel. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm a bit tired as well.
I mean, there's a lot of factors. You can't really say it's one or the other necessarily. I think F3riG is way more practiced than Theodosios, to be quite honest. F3riG plays a lot more, probably plays more high quality games. Love, I know Theo pretty well, and I know Loveness pretty well. And they actually played a lot during Co2. Like they scrimmed a lot together, and that's not there for Theo right now, I would assume, because Loveness is not really playing as much. He's quite busy. So there's a scrim partner there. So he kind of has to rely on auto match. While F3riG has auto match, I know he plays with other people with scrims, and that does mean a lot. Because playing on those scrims for Master League is important, because if you play only an auto match, you don't get to play Crossroads, you don't get to play Kasserine Pass, you don't get to play Fame Invo.
Yeah.
So if those maps do come up, you're already at an advantage. You know what strats are going to be more efficient on those maps. You know what faction you want to pick on those maps.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah, there's so many factors at play when it comes to these matchups. It can't just be, oh, lull, balance, even though planes are dumb.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that. But I think there's a lot more prep and mental fortitude involved in these games than people give credit for. They want to use, oh, USF is so OP.
Oh, definitely. That's so true. Yeah.
They say, well, look at this. He lost at this and that, but
It's
like
because
you're ignoring
it's
all the
because
other factors at play.
It's because the people that actually understand competitive company heroes is like one of the smallest niches in the world, Momo. So it's like we don't understand just how a casual player kind of sees our little tiny slither of the internet. They just see it as faction, allies OP, Axis OP. It's not like this map. The maps are so important. Like, it would ruin many people's enjoyment for Company of Heroes just how well you can predict which faction's going to win based on the map being like 10% Axis OP, 10% Allies OP. And people like me and Momo, after we've watched like 2 wins in a row for Axis on a certain map, we were like, why did we expect anything else? We're pleasantly surprised when we see a Wehrmacht win on Crossroads, for example.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Maps have always been a huge factor in this game, and trying to downplay it or ignore it doesn't make any sense. You're just ignoring all logic there. It's like, imagine playing Code 2 USF versus Wehrmacht on Langres. You're not going to have a good time against a good Wehrmacht player. And obviously there's skill involved and people are able to mitigate certain things, but to completely omit a map being favorable or unfavorable is just not accurate.
No, exactly.
But well played by F3riG. I mean, people have been saying since we've had Crossroads and Master League that you just can't win against US on it, but he won. And Theo is not a pushover at all. He's a top tier player. So although maybe F3riG is better right now, it's not like he's gonna raffle stomp him.
No,
and he didn't.
Indeed. Just having a few issues with Game 3, guys. I've been trying to load it for the last 5 minutes, so we're not just discussing... I would rather get on with Game 3, but I'm having issues, I'm not going to lie. It's not looking good, fam. For whatever reason. I don't know if it was on a map, maybe, that got updated. like a custom map maybe or something. But for whatever reason, it just ain't loaded. I'm going to send it to Momo now and see if he can load it. You know how to do that, Momo, I guess?
Oof, I don't have the command set up. You have to give me
Yeah, sure.
the thing for it.
Yeah, so just like...
Maybe
change replay to that.
the other player has the replay and he just didn't upload it because someone else, the other person covered it. Maybe we can get it from them.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's from the player. Maybe one of the players was hacking. Definitely. ML Twin Beaches.
Oh, so is it just you? You need the file?
Yeah, thank God for that. I forgot that about
Nice.
that. I don't know why I'm not even subscribed to something I suggested players play on. But this is the first time they've gone to play on it, so...
Exposed.
Yeah, exposed. I'm a fraud.
Everyone can unsubscribe from Patreon now.
They can. They can. They shouldn't, but they can. Let me go and subscribe to my own map then. Twin Beaches ML. Okay then. Why is the link to Twin Beaches ML not working anymore?
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's not working for some reason. Please don't tell me K-Pen deleted it. No, I shouldn't say that out loud in case like it isn't that and people blame him for us not watching Game 3. But it wouldn't be the first time a map maker's changed something in the middle of me casting the thing that we did.
I have the link.
Yeah, I've opened it, but it didn't work for me. Let's come in here as 2. I need go 3. Properties. Oh, here it is, actually. I found it. Great. Subscribe. I just put the wrong link, I think, on the spreadsheet. Fair enough. Here we go. Seems like he re-uploaded it. Let's see if it loads. Excited. Excited for what we should have been watching 10 minutes ago. My bad. Let's go. Life can be cruel sometimes. Make you do complex algebra whilst you're really tired. That kind of thing. What is the name of the replay? It's that. Okay. Go over here. There. Fingers crossed it loads, guys. Let's all give it a big bit of luck now, because squeaky bum
We're
time.
gonna need to fast forward to fall.
All right, press play. Big moments. Let's see. Will it load? Will it load? Come on, CoH3, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, hey! It's loading. It's loading. We're saved. We're saved. We're fine. We're fine. It's all good. It's all good. Cancel lynching K-Pen. Cancel lynching. Cancel the lynching, everybody.
This is what Relic was talking about with map maker harassment.
Yes, it was actually. Damn. That's true. I didn't think about that. Oh,
I mean, K-Pen was definitely a victim in Code 2, among others.
Yeah, but CoH wasn't even that bad. It was just like, they just wanted to, yeah, jump on him. So we got gameplay, event queues, that one. Now we got to listen to a cover for me, Momo, whilst I get this right.
What are you clowns talking about in chat? Got Jibber. Jibber's playing tomorrow. What's up, Jibber? Cossack's playing tomorrow. Got Dane, Dumay, Zany Zap. You guys are having a good Saturday.
F3riG's 1-0 up. There we go. 2-0 up now, actually.
Should we ask Captain Frog what he did with Sidolio?
Yeah, what happened to Sidolio, Captain Frog? Where have you got him? Chained up in your basement. We knew it. It's not good. Not good.
Sidolio's a Dota guy now.
Ugh, gross. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Wow, this is great. Watching my favorite 29-year-old, 40-year-old streamer. What are you on about, Imperial Dane? We're definitely...
He said I look like a divorced 40-year-old. That's what he was saying earlier.
Dude. Oh, God. Imperial Dane, I demand a webcam stream. What is it?
It's okay. I don't have a fragile ego like some people in this community. Let's see.
There's only ever been one reported sighting of Imperial Dane, and he looks perma-smug. Right then.
It's all good. We love Dane here.
Of course we do. Of course we do. And I've got the game loaded, I believe, and I should be ready to go. F3riG, Theodosios, Twin Beaches. Here it comes. Hello there and welcome to Game 3 of this Best of 5 fiesta of Company of Heroes action. We've got the Hungarian F3riG, he's as United States Forces. He's up against your man Theodosios, who's been pretty game in the last 2 games, but has been left wanting ultimately. Momo, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Enjoying some high-level games. It's been a minute since we've got to see some people in action. You know, at least for me, I did not get to see the Alpern Nagano matchup. I'm looking forward to that. But look at this. Theodosius has had enough. He has had enough. He said, screw it. I'm going to play Dak. Okay? And I'm going to catch F3riG
Oh
off
my
guard.
god! I only just realised. I thought it was... This is Dak. I remember these guys. This was
He just said...
Yeah.
He
This
just
is
said,
a
screw it, man.
This is crazy. This is a faction Relic were working on in an early prototype of Company of Heroes 3. And we haven't seen them for absolutely ages. Wow. Dak. I think it's like Deutsch Africa Corps? Or something
Deutsches
like that.
Africa Corps, yeah.
That's it. Wow.
New faction, guys.
Amazing stuff. Look at these guys.
Look at that. 250 in production. He got a second Panzer Pioneer over a Panzergren. So that's interesting. But he's going to be utilizing that juicy combined arms bonus.
Oh, yeah.
The way he's capping, though, makes me scared. Let's see if he pulls them all together, because he's going to need his guys together to deal with this Jeep. And this Jeep is on the north field.
Yeah, the Jeep's powerful. That's why you can't go for the Kradschutzen as Dak anymore, because the Jeep will hunt you down. Panzer Grenadiers have been buffed, however. They don't have to rely quite as much on the combined arms aura as they once did. 250, what's the feel behind this? Are we going to go for a clown car, Momo?
He's definitely gonna use a clown car once he gets a flamethrower online, but if he doesn't get munitions under his control, I mean, I guess that's why he went straight away for the munitions. He wants that flamethrower online as soon as possible, but this Jeep is just gonna bully the hell out of him.
Oh my.
He's got away from the 250, so he no longer has combined arms. He's getting a height advantage thing applied to him.
He's got rifles flanking him. Not a good day to be that particular Panzer Grenadier.
Yeah, the Jeep's taking like no damage, and it can deal with the 250 right now.
Jeep was going to go for the cutoff momentarily, but the Panzer Pioneers wanted to deal with them. Here come 2 riflemen of F3riG. He's looking to finish this game off early, it would seem.
Yeah, I think Theodosius made a big mistake in the way he organizes units as Dak. You really kind of, unfortunately, need to blob them this early versus US. So they all have combined arms. And you need to basically focus fire at one unit at a time.
Momo, I agree with what you're saying, by the way. I agree with what you're saying, but Dak pretty much have to blob their units pretty much all of the time. Is that not correct? And then you've got a Kradschutzen, like, capping around the map. They're very much like a tactical blob and group faction, aren't they?
In some ways, yeah. I would say the way they've designed them, to utilize combined arms, you do need to kind of use a tactical control group. But I think early game versus someone like Fergie, who is gonna play the best of the best, he's gonna get a Jeep. Okay, he's gonna play super aggro. You have no other choice but to kind of park the bus with all your units, keep the 250 alive so you can use combined arms, and force him away. But he didn't do that. He split them up way too much, and Fergie saw that, and he just broke through. So I think that actually might be GG, honestly.
It looks like it, to
It's
be
pretty
honest.
hard to it's pretty hard to come back from that as Dak.
Yeah, he's just
Twin
got this...
Beaches is actually quite a good US map too. I don't know if people know that, but it's very good for US.
He has got his own +10 fuel, and he's kind of like stopped his opponent getting these +10s in the south. But, having this much aggression in your face this early on isn't great. Captain on its way.
Yeah. I don't know if he's even forced the Jeep to use his self-repair yet. That's another thing you have to keep in mind. If you do force a Jeep off initially, great, but it's going to come back 10 seconds later with full health again.
And what Momo's saying is not even had to go off the map for those 10 seconds yet. The Jeep's just had an easy ride so far. And that comes with not using the, as you say, tactical control group aspect of Dak. You've just got to focus fire the Jeep if it comes into use, and you can't do that if your units aren't together.
Yeah, he's trying to do a bit of harassing with this other Panzer Pioneer, but the Jeep literally stepped in on the cap at the last possible second and prevented it. And this Panzer Pioneer has no business staying here as long as it has. He needs to leave right now. He's really parking it for the 250 to come up, but it's not worth it.
And not when that captain's got an LMG. He's going to come in for the
Really going to
Jeep.
lose the Panzer Pioneer for no reason.
We'll see, we'll see. Bit of lady luck. No such cigar, sadly.
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
Look at this. Greyhound is about to be on the field before 6-minute mark.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Commander,
We've got the fast production. Theo doesn't have enough manpower for the Panzerjäger call-in. He's getting the medical truck. And even then, Greyhound won't have a problem getting away from the half-track.
Oh my. Here he comes. Where do you want the M8? Probably it's somewhere in the vicinity of Theodosios' face. There's worse things to do on a Saturday morning though, eh, Momo? Watching top-level players play CoH3. Biggest tournament we've had for this game to date.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line for Company Heroes.
Yeah, it's not bad, eh? $2,000 for the first place. We haven't had that since World Championships 2020, which was $10,000. That was Sega's money.
Yeah.
It's the biggest prize pool in 3 years, basically.
Not to mention, Relic contributed for this one too.
They
Shout out to
did.
them.
A quarter of the prize pool was from Relic this time, so that's really nice. Well, big thanks to the patrons who have footed the bill for the past 3 Master League seasons.
Yeah, I think Theo was really frustrated with the way the other 2 games went, and he thought maybe he could do some kind of surprise, build versus CoH3 that wasn't Wehrmacht, maybe catch him off guard. But again, I think it goes back to where we were talking about earlier. CoH3 is way too well practiced. You aren't gonna catch him off guard with something like this, especially if you don't execute it well.
Yeah, exactly. You have the Panzerjägers. Gonna go hunting for this Greyhound. Fortunately, their 250 Chariot's already nearly a smouldering wreck. It does require heavy repairs.
The enemy is moving our
And Theo does have this munitions point here, Momo. I mean, every cloud has a silver lining, right?
He's cut off though.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
flashing.
A little island, little red island in the middle of the map.
You know it's bad when your northern muni and fuel is getting decapped.
Oh, by a Jeep as well.
Because those are right outside your base.
The Jeep that he went all in to try and kill is now harassing him.
Yeah. He's got bars cooking right now, an engineer, medical 10. He's had so much.
Browning automatic rifles have arrived.
Yep, Bars popping.
We've lost
3
control of the
rifles.
sector.
I mean, it wasn't popped in the heat of battle, but he doesn't need it to. He can just come back onto the field soon. And yeah, it's going to be all good. All gravy. How many kills has this little pesky greyhound got? 3 infantry kills, and of course a 250 kill.
Did he kill his medical truck too? I know when he was in the base. I don't think he did.
It's there, yeah. Or was that the new one? I don't know. Maybe he's repaired it. It looks like he repaired it because the Panzer Pioneers are like repairing stuff in
Enemy
base.
activity near our munitions point.
How did your ML season go, Momo? You put your hand to the mouse and keyboard for this season? Played in a few of the tournaments?
All things considered, I did well up until the last one. I think I was in 9th, and then I just completely self-nuked myself.
We've
Oh
lost the
dear.
territory
And
sector.
what happened in that last one? I know we shouldn't focus on the negatives, but let's see what happened in that one. Who did you come up against?
I think I lost every match, because up until then, I went 2-1 every week. Like
Yeah.
two match wins, 1 match loss.
Our munitions point is
With
being attacked.
a couple of those being against Nagano.
Yes, 2 series against Nagano in consecutive tournaments. That's pretty brutal.
I think my biggest mistake for was it Master League 4, right? Was
Oh, 250 down there. Sorry to interrupt.
double nade, yeah.
We got the
He
8
tech
right
nades
out.
early. He tech nades early. He knew that he's gonna have to deal with the 250.
One of our sectors is now an enemy.
And yeah, bars do a lot of damage to the 250. He's got an 8 red, but I mean, he's literally parked outside of his base.
Veteran squad leaders upgrading for Theo to give himself bigger Berser squads, is it? Bigger Panzer Grenadier squads? What does it do?
Yes, it gives Panzer Grenadiers another model, but it gives
okay.
all DAC infantry additional received accuracy buffs. It's actually very strong.
Fair
So you
enough.
add that with combined arms, they are quite beastly,
We're losing territory.
which is why it's pretty dodgy to buff Panzer Grenadiers outright. Because you got to take all these things into consideration.
Yeah. It was pretty frustrating to be DevM, I believe. He alluded to this on stream, but he knew about obviously all this stuff they put in the game to make DAC viable in terms of like infantry upgrades, and people just weren't using them for the first like couple of months of CoH3 or the first couple of Master League tournaments, etc. But DAC, so difficult to play, Momo. They're not. They are probably the weakest faction, let's say, but they are viable. But you have to be so on it, don't you?
Yeah, it's just the way they're designed. You know, they need to utilize more light mechanized composition. So you got a lot more things to micro. That's kind of where the blob thing comes into play, because it does, if you have good preservation and the game drags on a bit, you do have a lot of things to micro. So, you know, that plus the combined arms, you know, requiring you to be nearby your vehicles kind of, you know, incentivizes people to blob up a bit.
Yep.
But yeah, once you start getting a lot of vehicles, it gets quite difficult.
The
So that's where Relic...
I played a bit of DAC, kind of this patch, I believe. Zoika agrees with me that the 250 mortar conversion is a hidden gem of the DAC faction, and also the LEIG Momo. Both kind of give DAC that hidden dimension you wanted them to have. I really like both of those utilities.
There's a lot of things people don't use as DAC. You know, the double Stug call-in, the P4 upgrade. There's a lot of things that are underutilized right now, either because they might be a bit more difficult to get to, or just people aren't aware of them.
Yeah.
I think DAC is probably the most fun faction to play.
Yeah.
You're able to get to, you know, the army compositions that they're designed for.
I'll tell you why the fun
But
Momo in
I think-
1v1, because if you lose, it doesn't matter because you were playing DAC, so it takes the stress off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's the have fun faction. Losses don't matter, and the victories are that much sweeter. Panzer Grenadiers pushing away these board rifles, as is the 8 Rad with the Panzer Jaegers pushing up behind. Everything's a Panzer something or other with DAC on the attack, it seems.
I don't know how Theo's doing it, but he's kind of making a foothold here for himself. To see he's utilizing combined arms. He was able to keep the Chaffee away with the Panzer Jaegers, but he hasn't really got to kill anything. So that's the issue there. He's still getting capped on the corners of the map. He's got a Martyr 3 out though. That unit's pretty fucking cracked.
Just
If he,
it's all right.
Enemy forces
You know,
are
it
converging
since
on
it
a
can't
fuel
turn very fast anymore, Momo. It's you know difficult. But when it hits, it's good. If you can keep it at range, keep its flanks protected, it's kind of okay. It's just nothing like how it used to be, right?
yeah, I'd still say it's quite strong. It's just not absolutely ludicrous. You know, 25 fuel investment that can counter everything in the game. I think if you see here with F3riG, he actually went for the left tree all the way down to War Machine. So
Wow.
he is most likely going to build another Chaffee, I would say,
Yeah,
once he sees
it's
this
an
martyr.
multiple spam strategy from F3riG for certain now. It's been confirmed. So yeah, exciting stuff from him. Let's see if he can really just push Theo off the map. But we've just had anti-tank grenades teching as well from the German, playing as
Yeah, I
the
was
Deutsch.
looking at that. He needs that to deal with Chaffee's blazing down with their speed boost ability. Plus potentially what is it called? Uh it's the armor company ability that gives them all super crazy speed.
Mechanized assault.
Seek and destroy or something.
Anti-tank team on
No,
the
that's the German one, sorry.
Yeah, seek and destroy. Seek and destroy.
Where does it say it? Oh, there it is, yeah.
On the
Temporarily
right.
increases everything and kills everything and does everything. Nice!
Yeah. So if
Kind
you
of-
get that plus
yeah.
the that one ability that Chaffee's have, he'll be able to just blitz behind his back line.
You have command points ready to spin.
Nice. These flamers are actually gonna do a lot of work with combined arms there. Gonna push those squads back. Chaffee's trying to rotate over. But you see here he's got his nice little tactical control group. F3riG doesn't have a machine gun
Oh,
to
what's
suppress
this
anything.
smoke? Is that the captain's
Captain.
ability? Yep.
A fuel point is being lost.
Looks like he's dodging it quite well. He's coming up against fire in the west, though. He hits a mine with that Panzer Grenadier. He gets some flame damage off on the rifles, doing good work here. But here comes one of the Chaffies. Oh, the first of the Chaffies, Rob. He's thinking of attacking, but then he thinks better of it. I don't know whose mines these are. They're probably US mines by the looks of things.
All-purpose mines. There, and
Yeah, I think F3riG needs to keep spamming mines and could benefit from a 30 cal, but that means he can't even construct it unless he goes WSC. So he's gonna need to basically brute force his blob, which is gonna get harder and harder as they get upgraded with LMGs and they gain veterancy. That buff he got, the veteran squad leaders, is actually so huge. If he can keep playing like this, he's gonna buy himself a lot more time. The only problem is once the EZA hits, that's gonna be tough.
Ooh, Chaffee on speed boost, but there it is. The mod is ready. Oh, look at his turning rate now. I wasn't quite aware just how slow it was, to be honest.
movement near a victory point.
I couldn't see, but was it more of a pathing thing, or was he really just not targeting the?
Oh, it's just the turning rate looked absolutely abysmal. It's like a sundial. Relative to how it used to be. It used to spin like a fidget spinner.
I mean, it was unflankable.
Mm.
You know how it goes sometimes with the way things are balanced in this game. You get over nerfs and over buffs and things that were really good before all of a sudden completely useless. But I haven't really used the martyr too much since the patch. 8Rad's rotated down south. Is gonna need some help with dealing with this rifleman and scout contingency. As the Chappie seeing the 8Rad, he's gonna poke
quite
at it.
beautiful.
Martyr is in position. He's got
Oh,
stealth
what a kill.
Panzerjägers there. Oh no. Was that an AT gun shot too?
Yes, it was, just from the periphery there. The M175
Big
mil gets
loss.
the kill, yeah. You did not need that.
I think this is exactly what happens when you split up too much as deck.
This
Another
captain
captain
mortar
barrage.
ability, yeah, it's just doing work. Just keeping him from, you know, sitting behind heavy cover and giving the ground time to join the fighting, forcing both squads away. That's the value of these abilities.
Yeah, you see here, he split up. He was pushed off the south and pushed up the north. So, yeah, I think he would have done better to kind of just cement a foothold up north with his blob and then swing around the south and maybe harass. because this definitely is not looking good.
Wait, Momo, can you confirm for me? It's never really entered my consciousness enough. The Captain Barrage cost, what is it?
It's free.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of free abilities in Company Heroes 3.
Oh, I see. That's why it's Company Heroes 3. I see. But it costs $60 for the game, right?
Vehicle crews have clearance to advance.
Right.
This makes no sense. I don't understand.
I think munition surplus also cuts down all your cooldowns, and I think that includes the Captain Barrage. So he is getting an additional, cooldown reduction because of that upgrade. Yeah, there's quite a few free abilities in this game that I think should not be free, but that's a discussion for another time.
Okay, fair enough. We'll schedule it in. Me and Momo discussing the free abilities of CoH3. Put it in the Google Calendar. It's gonna happen. Right, Dak. Battle group's ready. He's defending this victory point for his very life. He's down to 269 with 19 minutes and 44 seconds into this one. He's got 2 Shermans now. Can F3riG finish this thing off and send us all home with a smile on our faces, having watched 2 fantastic series today? Make sure you tune in, by the way, guys. Go and watch tomorrow on YouTube Nagano versus Alpern. It was a best of 5 that was just so fast-paced and so ridiculously aggressive and fun to watch. You will enjoy every second of it, I assure you.
Wait, what is it that Theo just deployed? Those 2 tanks. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at F3riG. Never mind.
Look at these cool little abilities.
Look at all the icons, man.
Yeah,
it's just too
they love
much.
it. They love it. They got something of everything.
You open the attack map and it completely blinds you.
Wow! It's completely unusable.
Yep.
Oh, I know that, yeah. As a attack map player myself, I tend to stop using it after around, I don't know, 20 minutes, I guess.
That's just poor discipline.
Yeah, but the icons are all over the place. What are you going to do? I use it for, like, capping around the sides, but if it's an engagement in the center, you don't stand a chance.
Fair enough. But then you'll have to revert that habit if the attack map gets fixed.
Yeah, I've got post-it notes for that, Momo. I cover up the mini-map to teach myself.
Okay, he's got a shoot D, that's what it was. Yeah, it's just not enough, unfortunately. Company Heroes, man. Most games are decided in the first, 5-6 minutes.
They absolutely are, Momo. It's all those small differences and getting that tactical advantage. And Momo, as a fellow top-level player, spotted it in the first 5 minutes. Theo didn't quite push with his DAC units as a one cohesive tactical blobbing group, quite as you should.
Yep. See, like, what he's doing here right now is what he should have been doing in the first engagements, because the Jeep is very, very strong and kind of oppressive in certain ways, so you just have to be able to mitigate it, and he wasn't able to, and he was...
Oh, here they come, Momo. Here they come. We've got Chaff, we've got the M8, we've got a Stug that actually uncovers the flank as it happens. 2 Shermans pushed around the middle. We've got Phosphorus blinding one of the Morders. Meanwhile, the Stug's angry, wants to prevent this assault. What's going to happen, Momo?
The Martyrs are going to get cooked. That's what's going to happen.
Let's capture a thumbnail whilst we still can. Yeah, dead Dak. Everyone loves it when Dak's dead, apparently. Go on, Stug, get in there. Make YouTube history. You're dead now. Thanks for that.
There we go. Stug is so tanky. Dan would be proud. But it's dead.
But he made me a good thumbnail. People click for Stug's, Momo. You know it.
It's the Dane propaganda.
GG, well played on number
GG's.
2 seed. F3riG progresses to the semi-final, and he awaits the victor of Gibbers series tomorrow. And well played to Theo, a tournament stalwart who's been part of our community for a very long time. Cheers, mate. Well, there we go. So unfortunately, Momo, you didn't get the better of the two series today, but at least you got to chill out and play some, well, watch some Covenant Heroes with us, which is always nice.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes, for the caster, it's okay not to sit there for 5 hours, like you did.
I liked the first one; it was good. The games were quite short, actually. It was just they were good games still.
Yeah, those first two were really good. Um, I mean, I, I kind of want to watch Orange Pass Hulk Smash. 'Cause there was a little bit of one-sided banter going on in Twitch chat the last few days. So, do you want to see the outcome of that? Jibber Kosak's going to be another good one. Want to see how much malding there is in the chat for that one. See, winner of that plays Elpern. Jibber if Kosak would play F3riG. Dang, these are looking to be really good, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic, bro. I can't wait. I'll really just I like Hulk Smash, but I really want Orange Pest Alpern semi-final. That'll be cool. F3riG Jibber semi-final, because these guys, I know that they're all the top 4 seeds. That's kind of boring, but they're like proper Master League players. They've been playing these tournaments for a very long time, and I really, this can't be possible without the players that train and play and have good manners and, a really good part of the community. So, yeah, I like seeing them win the big bucks, to be honest. And big bucks it is. Nice, big, juicy prize pool.
And everyone's getting money, no matter where you play. So, congratulations.
Yeah, they got to keep playing, though. We got to have playoffs for the lower brackets to get like a 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, which Momo means I can spread the money more easily. I don't have to give like every body below 4th like $100. Sneaky. Look, it
Really
adds
trying
up.
to reward, winning.
Yeah, look, it adds up to 350. So I saved $50 there. You see what I mean? This is the kind of accountancy skills that people think I'm being charitable. Like, oh, it goes all the way to 8th. But not really.
That just got clipped. You know it.
Scam.
Nice little report to John there from our local community leaders.
But yeah, it's looking to be a really good tournament. And tomorrow we'll be watching Jibber Kawzak in the afternoon, and the Momo will be joining us for the Mighty Orange Pest versus Hulk Smash. So that'll be good fun. Indeed.
Can't wait.
Yeah, Momo loves it. He loves the banter, he loves the drama, and he loves the good games.
Yeah, there's gonna be so much shit talking today in the Twitch chats. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's before I head off, because I know you're gonna wind down now. You got some curry to eat, right?
Yeah, I can't wait.
I wanted to see what the result of the faction matchups were real quick, just so I can get an accurate count.
Yeah, sure.
Let's
so
see.
so
Pull the player cards too.
yeah, you can do that. You can send it to me if you like for visual clarity. But yeah, no, I do want to get off and eat curry, to be honest. But yeah, the game 1 and 2 were both won by Alpern. Game 3 and 4 were both won by Nagano. So it was more kind of the players playing, I guess, in the maps in the first series.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll figure it out. It looks like Wehrmacht is performing quite well.
Yes, they have been. And to be honest, speaking to the top level players before I started today's tournament, I was reliably informed they should be in a pretty good place. So I'm very happy to see that's the case. It seems we've got a fair tournament, fair faction matchups. We've still got batshit insane, individually balanced units with bugs to boot, which is fun. But the tournament is set for a good, solid series of events. So yeah, thanks so much, Momo. Thanks everybody for watching. Let's raid Helping Hands and help out some of the smaller streamers out there, because he's on far less viewers than myself, and I just really want to spread the love and make sure some of these smaller guys can keep streaming Company Heroes, keep the scene alive.
Helping Hands is a smaller streamer? I'm out, dude.
He is today. We got to help him. We got to help him out. He's had a tough life. He used to live in his uncle's shed. You got to help these people.
I think Hans is doing well for himself.
He's a good lad, dude. I'm only joking. Let's rate him.
Yeah.
Thanks,
No,
guys. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
Thanks
See you
for
later.
watching. Cheers, Momo. Let's troll him on.
Winter screens. Yeah, I know, right? It's at some point maybe.
Oh, hey, Mamo, what's up, guys? Thank you everybody for the raid. Cheers, Matt. Nice. Just thought we have a smaller streamer. What? How did the matches go? I tuned in for a little bit watching the Elpa Nagano game. Yeah, I caught like the.
We off the call, right?
half
Oh no, we're
Yeah,
still here.
we're still on the call. Sorry, and I'm still.
No, you're good.